Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to Solid Gold and welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. This week is going to be crazy because I've got a lot to do out in my fish room that I'm going to take you guys along with me during the process as much as possible. And also on Friday, I'm heading up to Minnesota to visit my family for Christmas and I'm taking you guys along with me for that as well. Over the weekend, I started setting up my automatic water change system out here in the fish room, which I have to do before I fully set up all the aquarium racks. So let's take a look and I'll show you guys what's been done. My fish room's been turned into a little bit of a construction zone once again. Here are the 2 aquarium racks from Custom Aquariums that showed up last week on Tuesday, and they're all assembled except for the doors and stuff. I still haven't put the doors on. It just doesn't make sense to do that yet. Here are the aquarium sumps. This whole system here is for Unit 1, which is the first rack, and then this whole system here is for Unit 2, which is the second rack. So the filter is a sump filter, of course. Seamless sump is what they call it from Custom Aquariums. What I thought was really cute and kind of a fun detail is everything has lids, and they're like tiny little glass lids, and there's even a little indentation here in the molded tub, so you can lift up the little glass piece. And it's beveled really nicely too. I don't know how well you can see that. So that's really cute, and it will help cut down on evaporation from the sump quite a lot. It's the details, you know? They sent me everything that I would need for the filtration except for the pumps. I still have to go online and purchase the pumps. I'll probably do that later today. Both of these 2 aquariums are both going to be filtered on this one sump system. So there's going to be two water feeds in to the sock tub here. One here, one here. That one's not hooked up on there yet. And then inside here you can see there are filter socks hanging, so the water will go through those first. That'll be the mechanical filtration. Once they go through the sock filter, they'll come out on these outlets, both of these outlets here, and there are little pieces that I have to put here to direct the water down into the next tub, which is the biological filtration. This is Sea Chem Purigen that Custom Aquariums sent with this whole sump setup, which is really cool. This is kind of like using activated carbon, except this is really nice because you can actually recharge it, so you don't have to throw it away and keep buying new stuff. You can actually just recharge it and use it again. All down here there are a whole bunch of little trays that water can flow through, so that's where all the biological filter media will go. The water goes down here under this kind of lip here and then up into the next chamber here, which is where the pumps will go, the return pumps. And then the tubing for the return pumps comes out these holes, goes back up to the aquariums. And this little feature right here, another kind of cool little detail, is for the cords to stick out. So it's for the cords from the pumps, or if you want to put an aquarium heater here in the sump filter as well, so it's not kind of cluttering up the look of your aquarium, you can fit a heater in here and have the cord coming out there too. I've kind of taken apart everything that was sent to me from Custom Aquariums and made sense of it a little bit, figured out where exactly on the tank it's gonna go, because this is my first time doing anything of this magnitude. This is a lot. So it's taken a lot just to kind of like unpack everything, get my head around it, see what goes where, and formulate a plan. But it's looking really good and I'm really excited. Over here are some more parts. So here we've got, these are the H2 overflows from Custom Aquariums. Really cool. So these, they have bulkheads. Of course, the tanks are already pre-drilled for me. So these are just gonna go right in there like that on that side. And then they also sent me some of their siphon stopper returns. These were specially developed to prevent back siphoning of water if you have a power outage. So sometimes one of the dangers of having a sump filter is that if you have a power outage, in some cases, the water can suck back up into this return pipe and overflow your sump and then cause a flood in your house. So they developed this to help prevent that from happening, which is really cool. It actually, I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's like 2 channels up here on these things that are sticking out, 2 little tiny channels where tiny jets of water come out of there. And these sit kind of at the water's surface, and they have the added benefit of helping to create more surface agitation. But the real reason they're there is, say you have a power outage and water would, if these weren't here, water could suck back up into this and overflow your sump. However, these are here, so there's like holes up here, and that breaks the suction power, so water can't be sucked back in. So they're really cool, and I'm excited to get them all hooked up. They have bulkheads as well, and they will go over here on this side of the aquarium. And then we've got a third hole down here, and there's a bulkhead for this hole as well. That would be this bulkhead here. And this hole is going to be for draining my aquariums. I had Custom Aquariums drill this drain hole as close to the bottom as they could, and this is what I'm going to use to do my water changes. Since I'm going to have so many aquariums out here, I really want to do whatever I can to help automate the maintenance schedule a little bit better. So rather than hooking up a python hose like this one to drain all of my aquariums, I'm just gonna have them all drilled so I can turn a valve, a ball valve, just like this one over here. Picked this up at the hardware store last night. So I can just turn this valve for each aquarium and then the water will start draining. So that's the part of this whole process that I've been focused on the most so far, because that's what I have to do first before I can set anything else up. Here's the idea. So far, this is what I've got done so far. This is the gutter. This is going to carry all of the wastewater from all of my water changes down this wall, and then it's going to be continued on this wall too. So there's going to be an elbow here. It's going to continue down this wall, and then there's going to be a hole punched in the wall going outside, and it's going to go into a drainage ditch outside. So that's how my water changes out here are going to be done. And since this has to be put behind the aquarium racks and mounted on the wall behind them, I have to do this part before I can really set up anything else. So this has been what I've been preoccupied with so far this weekend. This tubing here is 3-inch PVC, and everywhere that there's going to be a rack of aquariums, I have added a T and then kind of a short length of tubing going vertically up, and that's how the water draining from the aquariums is going to tie in. So this rigid PVC part is going to be mounted to the wall, and it's going to be kind of like a permanent fixture back behind all of the aquarium racks. But I want to still be able to, if I needed to, pull the aquariums out and even the racking system out away from the wall. So I don't want the tubing coming from the drainage hole on the aquariums itself to be rigid PVC and to be glued in place and kind of more permanent, because I want to be able to move the aquariums out if I need to. So I'm using flexible tubing to tie into the gutter here. I have taped out on the floor here where the other aquarium racks are going to go. This one in the corner is going to be the bigger one with 2 bigger tanks stacked on top of each other. This one here is going to have the exact same footprint as the 2 that I already have, except the tank on top is going to be an amphibious tank, and the tank on the bottom will be the exact same as these ones here. And then of course I got those ones in place. And then I also am planning on having 2 stacked tubs, kind of like the black one that I already have back there in that corner. So everywhere that I have a rack of aquariums, I need to have a drainage tube sticking up here for the flexible tubing to tie into. So that's what I have. At this point, this length of 3-inch PVC is ready to be mounted up on the wall. I'm going to mount it at a slight diagonal too, just really slight, just enough to help the water travel down the length of the tube and not get stuck and be sitting water inside of there. The way that all of this is happening is actually really crazy, because I've been keeping aquariums for probably like 9 years now, so I'm familiar with how to keep aquariums, how to maintain them, and all of that. But I have never set up anything on this level, on this insane magnitude, and I'm so thrilled that I'm able to do this. But at the same time, it's really nerve-wracking because I want to make sure I do it right, especially because all of you guys are watching and you're kind of learning along with me as this process is unfolding before our eyes. So, oh my gosh, yeah, I've got my work cut out for me, but I'm so happy with how things are turning out so far, and I'm really, really excited for it to continue. And I have to say, I have to give a big shout out to Ted Judy. Once again, he has really helped me out with giving me a lot of advice on how to set up like this drainage gutter system here. That was all his advice, which is really, really awesome, and of course super appreciated. So of course, big shout out to Ted Judy. He's got a lot of actually really informational videos on his YouTube channel as well, called Ted's Fish Room, if you're curious about how to go about setting up your own fish room. As we've seen, I have a lot to do out here and I want to keep at it, but I also want to get this video up for you guys today still. So I'm going to work on editing this video today. I also have a lot more calendar orders that I have to drop off at the post office. And in case any of you guys haven't seen yet, this is what I mean when I'm talking about my calendar orders. Every year I make a calendar. Here's actually the one for 2017 hanging up here in my fish room. And they just have really cute pictures on them of my animals, and mostly goldfish, but this is the first year I've started to include some of my other pets as well, like my leopard geckos. There's Sylvia, she's so cute. So anyways, yeah, if you guys haven't seen this yet, definitely check them out. There's a link down in the description section below. You can still get them. I still have plenty available, so check them out. Just because I'm like trying to do it all this month, 3 videos a week, and taking care of this, and packing and shipping out calendar orders, and visiting my family, it's gonna be a little while until I get these fully set up. I'm hoping that by the end of January, fingers crossed, I can have all 4 of these tanks set up, because the next tanks I think might be arriving sometime in February. Now I have to head over to the specialty plumbing supply store. I got a lot of the things that were on my list yesterday at the hardware store, but they were missing a few key components that I definitely need. So I'm gonna try to find them here at the local specialty plumbing supply store, and if they don't have it, I'll just have to order them online. But I've got my list here of things that I need, complete with little drawings because I don't necessarily know the correct terminology for everything. I have some parts that I need to get things to connect onto to bring with me, just to like help explain to the people at the plumbing store exactly what it is I'm doing. I would say like 80% of the time that I go to a hardware store or a plumbing store or anything like that, it is for fish related projects. And whenever I try to explain what I'm trying to accomplish to the people that work there, I feel like they always look at me cross-eyed because this is so unusual. But hey, this is my life and I love it, so there. Here we are. Found all the stuff I needed at the specialty plumbing store. Sweet. Well, I'm back from the plumbing store, and pleasant surprise, they had everything I needed. So that was good. I am sure that as I go, I'll find other things that I need too, but at least now I have enough stuff to make a good start on this. I've just temporarily installed the bulkhead down here on the drain hole, the bottom of the tank, so you guys can see how this is all gonna fit together. So inside the bulkhead itself, I'm gonna put a short length of 1-inch PVC tubing just to kind of extend it out as far as I need it to go. And then this will attach onto that. And you can see the barbed hose fitting is threaded right into there. And then this is going to, of course, lead into the flexible tubing, which leads into the drain gutter, which I've already got a good start on over there. So that gives me plenty to work on over the next several days here out in the fish room, but I think I'm gonna have to put the fish room stuff on hold, at least for the rest of the night, so I can get this video edited and uploaded so you guys can still see it yet today. Check this out, we've got a climber. So cute. There's another one over there too. All right, I need to feed these guys. I'm giving them a lot of flies today because for the past few days, there's been a bit of a fly shortage because I didn't time my fly cultures right. So I'm gonna give them a little extra, a little more than I normally would to make up for it. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. I just love watching them eat. All right guys, that's gonna be it for today's vlog. I'm gonna end it here so I can quickly run inside and start editing. Thanks for watching guys. I hope you're enjoying watching all of this come together with me, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay gold.